Right now, deep inside your body, there's a silent, microscopic war being fought for your life. And the amazing thing, you're winning it every single day. So today, we're going to take a look at the incredible system that makes it all possible, your immune system. So, what if I told you that you're in a war right now? Yeah, you, just sitting there listening to this. A full-scale war with millions of casualties happening inside your body at this very second.
It's absolutely true. Your body is a battlefield. Every single second, it's defending itself against this constant onslaught of invaders. We're talking bacteria, viruses, you name it, all of them trying to set up shop and cause trouble.
So, how on earth do you survive all that? Well, you've got an incredible, multi-layered defense team on your side. Think of your body like a high-tech fortress. We're about to go on a tour and meet the whole security detail, from the guards at the outer walls all the way up to the elite special ops. All right, first up, level 1, the outer walls. This is your body's very first line of defense, and its job is simple: stop invaders before they even get a foot in the door.
Your most obvious barrier? It's your skin, of course. It's like this tough, waterproof fortress that's pretty much impenetrable to germs. Now, what if they try to sneak in through your nose or mouth? Bam! They get stuck in a slimy mucus trap. And if all else fails, your body has a pretty forceful eviction plan. We call it coughing and sneezing. Just throws them right out.
But these walls aren't just physical barriers. Oh no, they're armed with some serious chemical weapons. Your saliva, your sweat, even your tears. They all have these germ-killing substances built right in. And any invader that thinks it's clever by hitching a ride on your food, it's in for a nasty surprise. It's got to face the ultimate acid bath, the hydrochloric acid in your stomach. Trust me, not much makes it through that. Okay, so what happens when something actually breaks through those outer walls? You know, like through a cut in your skin. That's when level 2 kicks into gear. It's time to call in the first responders, the general patrol. And here you can see these guys in action. These are your white blood cells. I want you to think of them as the guards constantly patrolling your bloodstream. The second they spot an intruder, they hunt it down, swallow it whole, and just destroy it. The special cells that do this job are called phagocytes. This whole incredible process has a name: phagocytosis. Yeah, I know it sounds super technical, but it really just means cell eating. It's that simple. And what's wild is that these phagocytes are so flexible. They can actually squeeze right out of your blood vessels to go fight an infection directly in your body's tissues. They go wherever the fight is. Now, here's the really brilliant thing about this general patrol, which is also called your innate immune system. It's incredibly fast. It starts working the instant there's a problem. It doesn't need to have seen a germ before to know it's a bad guy. And it's a jack of all trades, effective against a huge range of invaders. It's just a genius act first, ask questions later system for dealing with everyday threats. So yeah, they're a fantastic line of defense, but they're not perfect. Some invaders are just too tough or too sneaky for the general patrol to handle. And when that happens, your body has to call in the big guns, the specialists. And that brings us to level 3, the elite special ops. This is your acquired immune system. Now, this team plays a totally different game. If the general patrol was all about speed and simplicity, this team is slow, precise, and incredibly smart. It learns, it adapts, and most importantly, it remembers every single enemy it has ever defeated. So what's their primary weapon? Something called an antibody. These are basically custom-made smart missiles. Each antibody is specifically designed to lock onto one and only one type of invader. It's like a perfect key for a specific lock. Once they latch on, they either neutralize the threat themselves or they tag it for destruction, making it super easy for those phagocyte guards to come in and finish the job. So how do you get these elite defenses in the first place? Well, there are basically 2 ways. The first is active immunity. This is where your body does the hard work and learns to make its own antibodies. The other way is passive immunity. This is kind of like getting a shortcut, where you're given ready-made antibodies from another source. Let's really dive into the differences here because they're super important. With active immunity, your own body is the factory. It learns how to produce the antibodies itself. This takes a little time to get going, but the result is powerful, long-lasting protection. Think of it like learning a skill for life. Now, passive immunity is the opposite. You're given the antibodies ready-made, maybe from a mother to her baby. The protection is instant, which is great in an emergency, but it's only temporary. Why? Because your body never learned the recipe. Once those borrowed antibodies are gone, they're gone. And, you know, This amazing understanding of how our immune system works is what has allowed us to develop some incredible medical technologies. We've literally learned how to hack our own defenses, how to call in reinforcements, and even how to train our immune army before the battle even starts. And that's the whole idea behind vaccination. It's basically a boot camp for your elite immune cells. We show your body a most wanted poster of a germ, a killed or weakened version of it that can't actually hurt you. This gives your body a chance to study the enemy and produce the perfect antibodies to fight it. That way, if the real bad guy ever shows up, your special ops team is already armed and ready to go. Then you've got antibiotics, and these are a completely different ballgame. They are not a training tool at all. They're a direct weapon. Antibiotics are substances that we use to go on the offensive, to directly attack and kill invading bacteria. They don't teach your system anything, they just fight the battle for you.
So here's the absolute best way to think about the difference. Getting a vaccine is like training your own army. You're investing the time to build a smart, skilled defense force that will protect you for a long, long time. Taking an antibiotic, that's like calling in mercenaries. They are incredibly effective, they show up, they win the battle for you right now. But once they leave, your own army hasn't learned a single new thing.
When you really stop and think about it, your immune system is just this elegant, powerful fortress fighting a constant war to keep you safe and healthy. It learns, it adapts, it remembers. It's a true masterpiece of evolution. It's so unbelievably incredible. But that complexity, that power, it also leads to one final really important question. What happens when this amazing system breaks? What happens when it gets it wrong? Well, that's a whole other story.